Never on this side of the camera.
I'm sure there's other reasons why you're never on that side.
At the current rate, half of you in this room will have your marriage end in divorce. Regardless of your beliefs or your backgrounds, whether you're conservative or progressive, we all have the same similar goal in mind when it comes to marriage. That's to have a successful one. Now, couples who wait to move in together before marriage will have a much more successful marriage, or a higher percentage of a successful marriage. See, now I've had both types of relationships, those where premarital sex and living together were part of the deal, and others where we've honored God and each other by waiting. This issue is near and dear to my heart, so I hope you can hear it as we consider this important issue today. So today I'd like to review with you how we even got to where we're at today. Why is cohabiting before marriage even such a topic to discuss? And then we'll talk about the negative impact that it has on marriages where the people lived together before they got married. And then we'll finally talk about the issues that cohabiting couples have compared to couples that actually are married. So again, why is cohabitation even a topic of discussion today? Well, the common thought for people who are pro-cohabitation is that living together is more like a test drive than anything, test driving a car. We need to try on marriage or try on our partner to see if we can really get along before moving in together. According to Karen Katz of the New York Times, a survey conducted by the National Marriage Project reported nearly half of 20-somethings agreed with this statement. You would only marry someone if he or she agreed to live with you first, so that you could find out whether you really get along. And about 2/3 of that same age group believe that living together first would be actually a good way to avoid divorce. Now, citing an article from the online dating site eHarmony.com in collaboration with Fox News magazine, another common reason couples end up moving in together prematurely is to save money or just simply out of living or out of convenience. Now let's talk about the impact then to those couples that live together then move on to marriage. Psychologist Galena Rhodes is quoted on telegraph.co.uk as saying, there might be a subset of people who lived together before they got engaged who might have decided to get married really based on other things in the relationship because they were already living together, and less because they really wanted to or had decided together that they wanted a future together. See, it is more likely that you will slide into marriage if you've already been living together than it is to actually commit to the marriage all on your own. Now, the next thing is that same article records that 1 in 5 couples who move in together before marriage have since then at least suggested divorce. Now, comparing that to 12% who moved in after engagement and less than 10% who never lived together before marriage. But here's the real statistic I want you to hone in on. This is according to the foryourmarriage.org. And couples who live together before marriage have a 46% higher likelihood of getting divorced than those couples who do not live together before marriage. Now, most of the 46% are made up of serial cohabitors. That's those that have a track record of living together and then separating. But let's talk a little bit about the impact to couples that haven't even gotten married yet. Let's say those of us who are living together right now. Maybe we're planning on marriage, maybe not. But I found several statistics comparing the cohabiting couple to the married couple, all on familyfacts.org. The first of all is the idea that the commitment is not the same, and it never will be the same. See, cohabiting couples have a separation rate that is 5 times higher than the separation rate of couples who are married. And after a separation, the chance of reconciliation is much less likely for a couple that was only cohabiting. Also, cohabiting couples are twice as likely to have cheated on their partner in the past 12 months, according to this website, according to a survey that they've taken. So infidelity skyrockets outside of marriage simply by living together. Cohabiting couples also report lower quality of relationship than married couples. This is results of that survey that say that there's more fights, more violence in the home, lower levels of fairness, and less happiness in the relationship in general for cohabiting couples. So now that we've covered some of the issues surrounding couples that are currently cohabiting or those that have moved on from cohabitation into marriage, and talking about the overall concept and mindset of cohabiting, I'd like to talk to you about a few solutions to that concern. First things first, we have to dispel some of those rumors and those misleading perspectives of living together before marriage and that it could actually be a positive thing. Guys, studies show again and again that there are no positive results to living together before marriage. Studies show the opposite. So do your research. Don't simply just listen to your peers. Also, between you and your partner, decide up front that you're not going to live together down the road when it becomes a matter of convenience or a matter of sharing living expenses. So make that commitment up front. Lastly, we can prepare ourselves for marriage. And we should. Don't simply let it happen to you. Don't simply slide into a marriage, but get ready for it emotionally, get ready for it financially and spiritually before actually committing to it or moving in with somebody. So I want you to picture the benefits here. If you refrain from moving in together before marriage, you will have a happier, more stable relationships. Those relationships before marriage and the marriage itself will actually be healthier. But this is going to help you avoid divorce, like we talked about at the beginning of the talk. Don't ever create that pattern of living with somebody and then separating from them. And then finally, we can avoid settling or sliding into a marriage based out of convenience or finances. It makes it much harder to actually separate from somebody or break up with them if we've already been living with them and we share all these financial ties at that point. We might actually get stuck with somebody that we never intended to get married to in the first place. So we've talked about the overall concept of living together before marriage. We've talked about the negative impacts that married couples that live together beforehand have, and those couples that are currently cohabiting, the negative impacts they have. Now, I want you to hear me clearly here. Do not move in together with your boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't care if they're fiance, you're planning on getting married eventually. Wait until marriage to create a home together. See, the best things in life are worth waiting for, are worth preparing for. Don't settle for the counterfeit and don't become a statistic. Living together before marriage is not a solution to the frequency of divorces all around us, okay? That test drive, really what's happening here is you're not the one taking the car for the test drive, but you're the car that's being test driven and returned to the dealership. I'll leave you with that.